It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets, and it comes your way next.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Panay Wanwu now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's Fields, choosing to keep this one. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
1st and 10. On the give, it's Hall. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Another run here with Hall. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga, on the tackle. play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for our first down. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal.
It is brought in the end zone. Xavier Gibson, touchdown Jets. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. They'll go play action with Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. So after one, the Jets have the advantage. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A run now with McLaughlin. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's second and 6. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Play action now. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the ground, McLaughlin. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Nix from the gun on third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he's in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Throwing is Nix. And he can hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Fields. This one taken in by Reynolds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. (7-3) is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Second down, it's Fields. This one caught by Lazard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second and 7. Now, Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Did you see him get off the quarterback? He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. You can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. On fourth down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Broncos offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
The Jets offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. And now, after the quick change, following the interception and the return, they're going to try to pay it off with 6. It is 1st down and goal. Fields to throw. He keeps it up. He is in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jets extend their advantage to 14-3. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. We got an excellent 1st half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And they'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing. Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
He's going to keep it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Nix. He gets that complete to his tight end Ingram.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
3rd and 5. They'll throw. It's Nix. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Here comes the jet sweep. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Nix. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score. Devon Vele. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job. But can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. A run here. It's McLaughlin. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Fields. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. There's a screen from McLaughlin. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He's going to air this one out. And he's into the end zone yet again. Devon Vele. Touchdown, Broncos. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. Second down and 3. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. To throw is Fields. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now, Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw is Fields. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Carlson now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jets move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. This is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Now, 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. Looking underneath, he finds McLaughlin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Here comes 2nd down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards. And they keep their hopes alive.
Nix now to throw it here on 1st down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Nix to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Jets. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play. And the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.